Hello everybody, welcome back to GTA 5 with a simple question and a not so simple answer. What is the greatest 80s car of them all? That is the question of the hour, and now let's try and find it out. Now, this car, when it was new, cost over 200 grand, but it has a 560 horsepower, naturally aspirated, bright purple V12. And it spits fire, it's a purple fire-spitting monster. Come on. That's just fun. But what if you want something different? Something like this. Right, unlike the Pegassi, this has a twin-turbo V8 with crazy aerodynamics, and pretty much the only thing it has in common with the Pegassi is the time period, the wedge shape, and the bright color scheme. It's a track-focused monster, and it's got a hell of a soundtrack. Come on! How did the 80s sound this good, honestly? But are they as fast as we thought they were? So I have about half a mile runway in front of me, and I'm gonna see how fast I can get these retro supercars up to. Ready? Now this thing has a little under 700 horsepower, but it has aerodynamics, so while it has more power than the Pegassi, it has more drag, so it could potentially balance things out. We shall see. Let's get going. Alright, a little bit of wheel spin, but we're good. Do first, second, there's 80 miles an hour already. 90 miles an hour. There's 100. There's 110. Come on, baby, come on. 112, 113. 114 miles an hour indicated. Not bad. Not bad at all, especially with all the air on this thing. I'm pleased with that. That's pretty good, especially even by today's standards. Right. We're down on power, but we're up on aerodynamics. So here we go. Here goes nothing with the bright purple building, really. A very aerodynamic building. There's 60 miles an hour, 70, 80, 90. Come on, there we go. There's 95. Come on, there's 100. 110. 115. 120 miles an hour. Oh, 122. In the fire-breathing purple dragon. That's some serious speed. Nowadays, handling is everything for a supercar, but back then it wasn't, so focus on that, even despite the Turismo's aerodynamics. So, how will these speed-oriented cars go around an autocross course? How bad can this be? Right, this thing is about as wide as a house, and weighs almost 2 tons. No fear. Not at all. We're off. Alright. Bit of airtime. Heading into the tight twisties. This thing is very wide. We got the power, and turn in. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, it's getting narrow. The front of the car is less wide than the rear, so it's very difficult to judge the gaps. Use the handbrake. Handbrake isn't working too well. That's what you get for getting an 80s Italian design. Turn. Please, turn. There you go. Turn. A little more. Oh, that was close. And, come on, please. And there you go, across the line. That was very, claustrophobic, shall we say. Whew. Maybe we'll be less claustrophobic in the handling-oriented car, shall we? Let's get going. It can't be worse than that, right? Can't be worse. And we're off. Turn in, get some airtime. Whoa. Yep, fair bit of airtime. Turn in, whoa. Turbo lag, whoa. Turbos are spooling up. Christ. Turn in, no, wheel spin. Ah. The turbo lag on this vehicle is horrendous. It just spins the wheels everywhere. I mean, it helps for the hairpins, but, you know, it is a bit scary with all these metal poles around, you know? Having the back end want to waggle around. One more corner. We're across the line, but looking at the time, despite waggling his tail around like a madman, it's almost 4 seconds faster. We don't even need a comparison chart for that. But both cars were equally terrible and scary around there, so let's never do that again. Which is why I've come for a proper timed lap here at a racetrack where you should race these cars, not a little warehouse. And I'm at the Kensington Speedway. Now I know it's an oval, and theoretically, the Pegassi should have the advantage here with its higher top speed. However, I'm using the road course as well, so it's not the full oval. There's twisties, there's hairpins, there's high-speed lefts. It's a technical track in the center of it, so we'll have to see how we fare. And the 80s supercars are unleashed. Here we go. Whoa, crap, shit, While we're on the grass a little bit. We're fine. You didn't see any of that. Car did not try and murder me there. It's alright. Nothing happened. Go away. And since the Turismo could actually turn and stop and accelerate much better than the Pegassi ever could on this track, the results from the lap times were no surprise to anybody. The Pegassi was 1.5 seconds slower, doing a 55.1 to the Turismo's 53.4. It put up a good fight, the Infernus, but it was never really going to challenge it, so this lap time is to be expected, really. So you'd think that, considering it was faster in the lap times, and has more power, more acceleration, I would say this is the ultimate 80s car, the Grotti Turismo. However, it's a little too track-focused. You see, part of the 80s was driving down to Wall Street on many drugs, drive down, park in front of your stock exchange office, and say, "Look at my new car, losers." And you can't do that with this because the ride is too stiff. There's not enough room for all your substances in the glove box. Well, there isn't a glove box. It's terrible for the 80s businessmen. Which is why I have to award this as the best 80s cars. Sure, it's a fire-spitting purple monster you can show off to your friends and say, "I own this, yes." Is it slower? Yes. Is it more in fuel efficient? Absolutely. However, it's the best 80s car in the world.